Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft world. We are back here once again, and I'm starting off in this chopped down dark oak forest, just looking over where we plan to put the spawn town over here. So yeah, that's right, we're going to be working over in this area a little bit today. I've got some really cool ideas for what I want to do in this area, and it's kind of different to what I was originally thinking of. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go over some of the stuff I want to build in this area. I mean, you've probably already seen it in the thumbnail, but I'm going to go over some of the things I'm going to build in this area. But first, I think it's about time we do a little bit of chopping trees. Now, I have done for the past few episodes quite a few tree chopping third-person time lapses, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to cut right to it this time. And wait, no, I hear the music. Wait, no, stop, no. Alright, there we go. We have cleared all the trees. I would have rather to do a cut there, but oh well, that's fine. A time-lapse works too. Something I've realized is that there's a lot of these chickens around, so I'm just kind of going around and killing quite a few of them. You can see I've already killed a couple here. Well, I only killed one before I started recording, but yeah, there's quite a few chickens running around this area. I was clearing out some of the leaves and yeah, like look at them all. They're just all around. I think I'm going to go ahead and I guess explain to you what my idea for this area in the spawn town is. So if we do a little bit of a flyby here, my sounds are still a little bit loud, I feel like. If we do a fly up here, you can see the general area, and basically my idea is up at the top here is going to be a little mining village, okay? So we're going to make a bit of a custom biome up here, and it's going to involve a lot of the blocks that are over in these chests in the middle here. Yeah, don't know if you remember I built these, but you can see we got some stone. This is for the pathway mainly. And in here we've got a lot of red sand and a lot of red sandstone. We also got some spruce, some leaves, and some dark oak there, along with a bunch of black stone. So I wanted to incorporate a little bit of lore in this place, I guess, because, I don't know, I thought it could be kind of cool. So basically the idea behind this is it's a bit of a mining village, and what they're mining for is red sandstone. So down here is going to be kind of like a red sandstone ravine that comes through here. And my idea is that this is going to go down and look like kind of like a normal Minecraft ravine, but all red sandstone, you know, pockets of red sandstone, all that kind of stuff. And there's going to be little mines down there, and basically the idea is that the people in this village are living off of mining the red sandstone out. So obviously this is a regular Minecraft's plains biome, there is no red sandstone here, but we're going to be, I guess, transforming this area over time to make it more of a, I guess, custom biome with a bunch of red sand type of stuff around, and that's essentially how this little village here is going to make a living, I guess. I've been killing so many chickens just around. Why are there so many? So yeah, that's kind of my idea behind the lore of this place. But of course, it wouldn't be a Try-Death Bear build without some form of functional farm or something built into it. I mean, if we look at literally any area in our world, this, I mean, doesn't have much going on yet. That's a sorting system, that's a kelp farm, that's just a bunch of farms, that's even a fox breeder over here, this thing. A seemingly very just for looks type of build. Yep, it has foxes in them. This is an area where we can breed foxes. Down here, this build is a basalt farm, and even over by TNT Towers over here, we got the spider farm in there, and we plan to build a lot more farms. Yeah, everything has to have a function in this world, I guess. But, if I'm being honest, I'm going to step that back a little bit for this. I was originally going to do a bunch of farms on the surface, but I think I'm going to not do any farms on the surface. That's right, the top floor here, the surface level, is going to be 100% decorative building. No farms, no function or anything. Which is going to be interesting for me because I almost never do that. I always like to incorporate some form of a farm, some form of a functional purpose to all the builds I do. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Don't get your pitchforks out yet though, because there will be still a lot of functional farms in this area. It's just going to be down there. That's right, my idea for this section, my idea for this area is that it's going to be a seemingly innocent mining town with a dark, dark secret below. I'm so excited for this idea, can you tell? So basically the idea of this place is that down below, down underground, is going to be a testing lab, an evil testing lab that will be experimenting on turtles. That's right, turtles. They're going to be doing all sorts of different things with turtles, and basically that'll be an excuse for us to farm stuff like scoots, stuff like turtle eggs, and even, you know, down to seagrass and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the functional aspect of it, but it still kind of fits into this cool idea I had for the entire town, and I'm really happy with my idea for this. Hopefully I can pull it off kind of well. So yeah, that's kind of the idea I've come up with more recently, but I think it's time to go ahead and I guess start constructing this place. So I want to start straight off with the underground lab. So first of all though, we do need to come up with some form of an entrance type of thing. Now I did want to do a town hall type of thing in this middle area, except we kind of have this ravine here. So I'm thinking of trying to maybe curve that around here, so it ends around here instead of going all the way into the middle there, because it'll be kind of hard to build around the middle there, right? And I'm thinking I want to kind of have the secret lab go through the town center. Yeah, I think that could be cool. Anyway, so that's the grand reveal of the story aspect of this place. I think it's about time we go and start work on the actual functional aspects of this, I guess. So I want to build the town hall in the center here, which is also going to double as the entrance to the secret underground lab. So I think before I go ahead and just start placing all of these blocks down, I want to try and come up with a design in a creative world. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Deja vu. Alright, so I've come over here to this area in the testing world, which is basically where I was testing for the type of build I want to do for the spawn town, which you may remember from a couple episodes ago. So over here I came up with this little mock-up here for what the buildings could look like on the surface, and as you can see, it's got some mixed in red sandstone, which is kind of the building block that they're using because they have tons of it. I mean, they're mining for it, right? And they're also using spruce here because I want to have a couple of these little trees around, as well as probably bigger ones. Some spruce leaves out the front just to mix it up a bit, because if we get rid of these, it looks very, very plain. Like, if we just get rid of that, yeah, it's alright, but I feel like these kind of help bring it to life a whole lot more. So yeah, I really like having these leaves here. I think it just helps add to the build so much more. So yeah, I came up with this. This was a potential design for a scoot farm, but of course I decided to move that to the underground lab instead. And we've got a couple bushes, got a couple piles of red sandstone, all that kind of stuff. Now if we come over here, I tried to design like a diagonal building. It didn't really work. So then I was thinking of like a central tower type build here, and I don't know, it could work if I tried hard enough, but I think, I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan. So if we come over here, this is my most recent design here, and this is kind of what I'm thinking for the town hall. Now obviously it's in its very basic undetailed state. Like, these walls here are going to be all mixed sandstone, there's going to be a bunch of spruce leaves in the front and all that kind of stuff. Like, I totally just made that symmetrical. But yeah, basically there's going to be spruce leaves in the front. It's going to have probably some windows up here even, I feel like that could work, and some other more detailed bits. And what I'm kind of thinking for this front bit is to have like kind of a massive entrance type of thing, like maybe even going all the way up there. And then we can have maybe some spruce going along here with some spruce slabs and stairs type thing. Something like that. Yeah, I feel like that can work. Just destroy those across there, and that's like the entrance type thing. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of that. Oh, I can even do this trick that I see all over the place, and that is to do like a trapdoor door type thing, if that makes sense. Oh, I kind of do like that. That's kind of cool. And of course, there's plenty of room on the inside here. Now, unfortunately, this roof the way this works kind of goes in a little bit, so we'll have a little bit less room up the top, but honestly, that's perfectly fine. We'll have to work out how to do some of the interiors as well, probably incorporating the red sandstone a lot more, but I feel like this could definitely work. I feel like this could definitely work. Why did I say that twice? I think this right here shows how much extra these spruce leaves and the lanterns just add to it. How much these little details add to the build in overall. I think it just looks so much better now. I had to, you know, I was experimenting with adding windows. No, all you have to do, add a couple lanterns, add some leaves, boom, looks so much better. So yeah, if we just apply that same thing to all these other sides here, I feel like this could look really, really awesome. So I'm gonna start mapping out how big this thing is inside of the actual survival world, and let's take a look. Alright, so I've gone ahead and got the dimensions here. If we press Control V, it's 13 blocks by 21 blocks, which is, it's decently chunky, but it's not too bad. And as you can see, I've actually gone ahead and laid it out here. As you can tell by the dirt, I did lay it out in a couple ways. It started off with an outline kind of going across here type of thing, way too off center, then I built it here, way too off center again. But in this section here, it's pretty close to the middle of the entire thing, I think. And I do kind of like that. So yeah, I think this whole middle, I guess, could be dedicated to that. Plus, you know, having this ravine here, which is going to be a little bit difficult to work around, but I might even just like put a support that goes across there and allow the ravine to go through or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'll work it out eventually. We'll get there. And I mean, at the end of the day, the ravine does not have to go through there. It can go through anywhere, and I'm kind of thinking I want to do multiple ravines as well, thinking about it a little bit more. And I'm also kind of thinking that I want to take up this entire plains biome in here. I think that could work well, because before I was just thinking of, you know, just doing this small section here where the actual, you know, spawn point is, but I feel like it could be really cool to just kind of go all the way out to the outskirts of here and right up against the dark oak biomes, as well as, you know, the dark oak biome over here. But obviously we're going to be doing something else here, so we have chopped down all the trees. I will get there eventually. One day we might actually build something in there, but for now it's just going to stay as a bit of a blank canvas, I guess you could say, yeah. Anyway, how many resources do we have again? Oh, yeah, okay. I think we're definitely going to be able to afford this thing. The thing I was most worried about was the red sand and the red sandstone, but we have tons of this stuff. I guess I gathered a lot of it the other day, or the other episode, whenever I gathered that. So, yeah, I think we're definitely going to be able to build this thing. So, I think we're going to start construction on this thing, and yeah, let me get at least the base framework done. 2, 1, boom. Look at that. We had the perfect amount of stairs. Wow. Anyway, and I just realized I have missed a couple pillars, but that's alright. That's not alright. I'm gonna do that. 2, 1, and there we go. Oh, for God's sake. And there we go. That is all of the stairs in place. So I've gone ahead and built up... Oh, I'm kidding. I didn't have the perfect amount, unfortunately. I was 4 stairs off. Ugh, anyway. So I've gone ahead and built up the structure here, the base structure, all the pillars and all the stairs that go across, and I actually have done it this time. And yeah, as you can see, it's looking really cool already. I'm really happy with how this build is going already. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. You can see it's a pretty big structure, but we could definitely fit some other stuff around it, I feel like. Like, I don't know if I just want to make this a garden around, or whether I want to actually put other buildings around and whatnot, but I'm not 100% sure, but all I know is I'm happy with this so far, so yeah, that's good. So now I think the next step is probably going to be adding some of the red sandstone in place, and then we can probably worry about the roofing afterwards, and then the other little details like the leaves. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the red sand in there, and yeah, I'll be back with you once I've gotten all of the red sandstone in. Hopefully I have enough. I really hope I have enough. The nearest mesa is about 7,000 blocks away, so that's never fun to go to make trips to. But yeah, anyway, let's finish all the red sandstone off here. I actually really like the simplicity of this right now. I mean, obviously it's uncompleted and it's very boxy, but I actually kind of like this build as it is almost. Oh yeah, I got all the red sandstone done, by the way. That's what you're looking at, but it just shows you how well a good block palette and a little bit of variation, how far that can get you. Because, I mean, this build isn't really, it's literally a box with a couple smaller boxes on the side. It adds a little bit of shape there, but honestly, I'm really happy with it already. Jeez, alright. I just love red sandstone so much, I think. It's such an awesome block. I didn't even think about using it for building ever before I, you know, saw Mikey using it in iCraft, and they're just such a nice color. Like, they don't stand out a huge amount. I mean, they stand out, but like, they're kind of a little bit mellow still, and I don't know, they just work well with so many different things. Anyway, so we had way more than enough red sandstone here, and if we head into the... we can't actually get into the middle. Gonna have to dig a little hole out here. There we go. So if we head in here, you can see we've still got tons of red sand here, tons of this stuff. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so I think we should be able to go ahead and build a bunch more buildings around here in the future, but I think for now, I'm just gonna leave it at this one. And I think it's time to actually start building some of the roofing around here. The roofing? Roofs or roofs? I actually don't know. Okay, well, anyway. I'm going to start putting in some of the roofs up here. Roofs? That still doesn't sound right. I'm going to put a roof up there. I'm going to put another roof there, another roof there, another roof there. You get the idea. I can't do plural roof. I can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to start getting in the dark oak outline over here for what the roof is going to look like, and yeah, I'll see you then when I do that. And boom. Look at that. I am really happy with how this turned out. These roofs are looking really, really awesome, and I mean, obviously we don't have actually them filled in, but we can see the outline and we can kind of get a good idea. It does feel like this sticks out a little bit, but I feel like once we fill that in, it won't really look like it sticks out nearly as much, and yeah, I kind of like it. It gives this part a little bit more depth as well, I feel like, which is good. And yeah, so I think the next step is to obviously fill it in. Now, the way I'm going to fill it in, you saw in the creative world, was with blackstone, but I'm not going to just do plain blackstone because that's, you know, that's not me. I like my block variation, as you can probably tell. So if we head all the way over here, you can see this was kind of the build I was heavily inspired by. Yeah, my own build, I know. But if we look over on this build, you can see the mix of the different types of blackstone on the roof here. I didn't actually have any just polished blackstone. It's actually only blackstone and blackstone bricks. That's really bizarre. I thought I'd definitely have polished blackstone. But yeah, so I'm going to go with a similar thing to that. Probably with polished blackstone as well. Maybe I won't. I'm having second thoughts about this whole thing now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna start filling in this roof, and yeah, I guess, yeah, I'll be back with you once I've done that. Alright, and there we go. Look at this. This is coming together quite well. I went ahead and did the roof. I did decide on using this just regular polished blackstone here, and I think it adds to it. I think it looks nice, and I mean, if we look in the pathway here, I kind of did a similar thing with the andesite, the polished andesite and the stone brick there. I wanted to do a very similar type of deal with the pathway as the roofing. I thought that would be really, really nice. So yeah, you can see we've got the roofing in place now, and it's looking cool. I decided for this little bit here, instead of having this go across, I did like this little bit that goes in. It kind of looks weird, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal because we're not really gonna see it, if we're being honest. I mean, like, unless we're flying over and pay close attention, it's only gonna look weird then, and I mean, I don't know. Let me just give something else a quick go here. I feel like this makes a little bit more sense than this, if I'm being honest. I mean, if we come over to the edge here, you can see that it goes in kind of a similar pattern to over here. Yeah, I think I kind of like the other one better, so let's fix that real quick. There we go. So now I just need to do the quick job of going under here and filling in these gaps here, because as you can see, if we go over here, there's a pretty big gap up there, and I don't really like the look of that. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess just go around and fill in those gaps. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, and there we go. It's just a little detail, but I feel like it adds to the build a lot more. I mean, obviously we can't just have a gap in there. That doesn't look super great. So yeah, I think this looks a lot nicer when it's actually filled in, instead of just being like, I mean, obviously this still hangs out a bit, and when you look at it from this angle, it looks kind of stupid, but I think overall it's not that bad, and it's a cool little design. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Alright, so now I think it's about time we start building a little bit of an entrance here. Maybe not on this side. Maybe on this side I can just do a big window, but on the other side I could definitely do an entrance, I think. Yeah, so let's go over here and let's, I guess, start chipping away at this wall that we just recently built and start building an entrance. Oh, look at this. We got all this space inside. This will be interesting. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put in this entrance. That took about 2 seconds, but I've been looking at this section over here and wondering what I'm going to do with this bit. Because, I mean, I want to build a ravine that goes down here, but I'm not quite sure how I want to go about, I guess, supporting this thing, because it might be a little bit difficult to do, if I'm being honest. It's not like I can just pick this thing up and move it now. I kind of locked myself in. That was kind of dumb, wasn't it? I mean, it would make sense for the townspeople to not, you know, want to build over a ravine, but anyway. I think what I might go ahead and do with this is do a little bit of, I guess, a retaining wall type of thing. So I'm thinking of maybe doing, maybe having a beam that goes across here type of thing. And then that'll, I guess, support that, like that type of thing. And then we can go ahead and, I guess, put in some red sandstone and stuff in this section. I don't have any on me because I just put it all away, but put some red sandstone and stuff there. And then maybe put just like some stony blocks down there just to act as kind of like a support type thing. I feel like that could work, yeah. Alright, yeah, so that was about a 2-second project, but I think we could definitely just extend this down a lot further and maybe even do an arch across. That could be cool. So have like a shape that kind of goes up like this type of a thing at the bottom and kind of shows that it's holding that section up. Have this go down maybe 4 blocks. Yeah, I feel like that could work really, really well. I think I'm going to go ahead and I guess add in the leaves here and also add in a couple lanterns hanging from maybe here. And as I already showed in the testing world, I want to have a couple hanging from up there. So yeah, I'm going to have to go grab some leaves. I think we already have some leaves actually. Yeah, okay. So we got a decent amount of spruce leaves already. So hopefully that'll be enough and we don't have to get more. I'll be kind of annoyed if we have to get more. But basically, I'm just going to go around, add a few leaves just like so. Just try and bring the area in a little bit better together and yeah, I guess merge it into the terrain a little bit more. It always works. It always works. Leaves are they're amazing. They're just absolutely amazing. Let me give you a little bit of a demo of how good leaves are. Let's just go over here real quick and Yeah, I mean, look at that. That looks infinitely better, I feel like. Like, oh, I love how much leaves add to this. Oh yeah, by the way, I've done all the leaves in this area. Yeah, so I decided to go for a pretty big bush on the back here. I mean, I felt like it just kind of made sense a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. There's no bush over here, as you can see, because it's kind of like, I mean, there's no grass here. There's nowhere for the leaves to grow on, I guess. So it's just kind of that. And I might even put like a plant pot or something there. That could be cool, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyway, I said I'd get the lanterns in, and I haven't gotten those in yet, so let's get those in real quick. Alright, and there we go. There are the lanterns in place, and I feel like that adds to the build so much. The lanterns add so much to the build. They give it almost a whole new dynamic, but I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This is basically the build complete. So before I flew in from the sorting system, and let's just get that view here. Look at that. That is awesome. That is so cool. I can't wait until we have just like a massive town full of buildings like these. Obviously, they're all going to be a lot smaller than this one is, but it's, oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Alright, anyway, now that we've got this base build done, I think I want to go ahead and try and decorate some of the interiors for it. I feel like we can probably do that, and probably do it decently well. So do I have any torches on me? I crafted them into lanterns, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, let's place some torches in here. Alright, so I got to figure out some form of interior design for this place. Now I'm thinking, first of all, we need to make the floor level. I feel like that's just, you know, makes sense. Too easy. Alright, so now I need to go ahead and think of what I actually want to put in this place. That's actually going to be kind of difficult. What even goes in town halls? I guess the town's achievements, that kind of makes sense. I can put like maybe a pickaxe in there because this is meant to be a mining town and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, surprisingly enough, when I searched up mining town hall, it came up with primarily Minecraft pictures, which was kind of funny, but I think I've got a general idea of what I want to do in this place. So I think I want to have some form of a stage because, you know, having presenting stuff like awards nights and stuff, I guess, is probably a good idea to do in a town hall. And then maybe upstairs we can do a separate thing. So we could probably have 2 floors to this place. And yeah, I feel like we could probably do that. So what I'm thinking is maybe a staircase over here type of thing that just goes up into the 2nd floor. This will be kind of difficult because this wall goes in by 1. So maybe, how are we going to do that? Maybe just literally a staircase that goes up like this type of thing. I feel like maybe that could work. So have the staircase go up like this to the 2nd floor. And so you kind of walk in, you can go up the staircase or you can go over here. There'll be a, I guess, stage over here. We can have some form of like maybe reception or something in this area. And then maybe upstairs we can have some form of like maybe even a library or something. I feel like that could be cool. So I guess it's just time for me now to get my designing pants on to try and design a cool interior to this area. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so I started off here with the flooring where I did a nice little dark oak pattern I was really happy with. Now from here, I was an idiot and I forgot to click resume recording at some point, so we lost a little bit of footage, so let's go over what we lost. As you can see, there's that staircase on the right that I was talking about before, and I just kind of cleaned up the room a little bit. Added a nice little roof there for the bottom floor, as well as a little bit of spruce trim and all that kind of stuff. And of course, I haven't quite decorated the top floor yet. So I did a little bit of detailing around the door here, as you can see, and then I went ahead and started work on this reception desk. And basically, yeah, I guess the idea is that you just have reception, you sign in to whatever event that you're doing or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I just thought it would work well to fill the space. Over here we have the stage that I decided to build. So this was really simple, just a little bit of spruce along with some chairs fit in the back where I guess you can hold a number of different people for different events. I then went ahead and built a little storeroom for some chairs, which becomes a lot more significant than you may think. I then went ahead and decorated the stage a little bit more with old mate Jim's pickaxe, his work will never be forgotten, along with a little lectern presenting table thing. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. And with that, the bottom floor is completely done. Yep, that's everything completely finished in the bottom floor. Awesome. I decided to start the 2nd floor off with a little bit of accommodation, and it's not going to be much, it's only going to be 2 bunks, therefore being, you know, 4 beds in total, but I think it'll just be a nice thing to break up the space a little bit, I guess. I then put in a little dividing wall, followed by polishing the room up a little bit with that little spruce trim that I talked about earlier. I then did the same treatment to the rest of the space left in the top area, of which I decided to turn into a library like I talked about earlier, and I put a few bookshelves in with a couple lecterns and a couple tables and chairs. And after a couple tweaks, the top floor was completely done as well, fit with a library and a little bit of accommodation as well, just in case you get caught out, I guess. Alright, there we go. I'm super happy with how this build turned out. However, what I have just realized is I gotta figure out how to make an entrance to an underground lab from here. How on earth am I gonna do that? Oh my god, I've just thought of the perfect spot. The chair storage in here. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. So we can probably go ahead and maybe even put a button like hidden away somewhere, and then you push it and then it opens up a little hatch. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, apparently I covered up another water lake. Why am I not surprised? Alright, here's the one perk of having this storage system here. We can go ahead and just grab the redstone shulker and go back over. We don't have to grab redstone parts and then go over. We can just grab the shulker. So I'm thinking the redstone is going to be pretty simple. I mean, it's literally just going to be a couple blocks going across here, just like that. So then when you press the button that is hidden away in here, it opens this up and you can hop down. I don't think I even need to put that on a pulse extender. I think that's probably perfectly fine. Yeah, so we can even go ahead and add these bits back here. Yeah, alright, perfect. And boom, down, awesome. I'm happy with that, cool. Alright, so now I think I'm going to really quickly just dig out a small area. I'm not going to start work on the lab properly today. I just want to dig out a little bit of an area down here just to start work on, I guess, clearing out the space. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Alright, well, it's not much, but it's a small area dug out, and it'll actually be big enough to fit a beacon if we want to, so yeah, it's not much at the moment, but it's just a nice little area we've dug out, and we can start work on that in the next couple of episodes. Starting work on the underground lab. Oh, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this project. And remember when I said in the previous episode that I wanted to get back into the swing of things, recording these videos? I mean, this is literally the day after the previous episode released. The previous episode released yesterday for me, and it's not even the afternoon yet, it's still the morning, and I finished recording this episode, so I'm really, really happy about that. Alright, so today's comment of the episode goes to GameAsh once again. He says, Swedish people seem to make music that goes with Minecraft. I think Minecraft is literally just Sweden. I mean, yeah, if you didn't know, Minecraft was made primarily by Swedish developers. I mean, still is, I think. And I'm pretty sure he's referring to the music in the previous episode that I used, which is by a guy called, well, the guy's called Martin, but his band and YouTube channel is called Wintergarten, something like that. But yeah, he makes really awesome videos on there, and he's actually kind of a decently big inspiration for my videos, I guess. And I really enjoy watching him building the, Marble Machine X and stuff. I would highly recommend checking him out if you haven't already. But yeah, that song, I was like, really wanted to use one of his songs in one of my videos because I love his videos. And I thought that one was kind of my favorite one out of all of them, especially, the recent ones. But I was a little bit nervous because I wasn't sure how well it would fit with the time-lapse, so I just went ahead and chucked it in and then added a bunch of other little cool effects, and it turned out really well. I'm very surprised with how it turned out, but I'm very happily surprised, I guess. I'm really glad with how it turned out, is what I'm trying to say, basically. Anyways, the sun sets here. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider leaving a like, and please subscribe if you really liked it. I mean, it'll help me out a lot. Just do it. You know you want to subscribe. I'm kidding, of course, you don't have to, but yeah, it would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.